Good morning, Dharma brothers and sisters. Welcome to the Buddhist Fellowship Sunday service. How are you feeling today? Great. All right, so let's start our morning puja. Preliminary homage to the Buddha. Let us all pay homage to the Buddha. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa. Please put our palms together to partake in the offerings to the Buddha. The offering of the 5 items allows us to express our gratitude to the Buddha and serves as a symbol to help us remember the teachings. Please join wholeheartedly and read the verses together. Offering of light. Light symbolizes wisdom. May the light of Dharma dispel the darkness of ignorance. Offering of incense. Incense symbolizes the fragrance of pure moral conduct. This reminds us to cultivate good conduct. Offering of water. Water symbolizes purity, clarity, and calmness. It reminds us to practice Buddha's teachings to cleanse one's mind, which is full of desires, ill will, and delusions, to attain the state of purity. Offering of fruits. Fruits symbolize the ultimate fruit of enlightenment, which is our goal. They also remind us that all actions will have their effects. Offering of flowers. Flowers symbolize impermanence. The freshness, fragrance, and beauty of flowers are impermanent. This reminds us that we should all live in the present. Remembering thus, we should reduce our cravings and attachment. Let us all pay respect to the triple gem. Arahang sama sambuddho bhagawa buddhang bhagawantang abhivademi. Swakhato bhagavata dhammo Dhammang namasami. Supatipanno bhagavato sawaka sangho sanghang namami. We chant the verses for taking the 3 refuge. Buddhang saranang gacchami, Dhammang saranang gacchami, Sanghang saranang gacchami, Dutiyampi Buddhang saranang gacchami, Dutiyampi Dhammang saranang gacchami, Dutiyampi Sanghang saranang gacchami, Tatiyampi Buddhang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi Dhammang saranang gacchami. Tatiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami. We chant these verses to observe the 5 precepts. Panatipata veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Adinadana veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Kamesu miccācara veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Musawada veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Surameraya majapamadatthana veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Let us recollect the sublime qualities of the Buddha. Iti piso bhagava arahang sama sambuddho vijacharana sampano sugato lokavidu anutaro purisa dhammasarati satha dewa manusanang buddho bhagavati. Let us recollect the sublime qualities of the Dharma. Swakato bhagavata dhammo sanditiko akaliko ehipasiko opanaiko pacatang veditabo vinyuhiti. Let us recollect the sublime qualities of the sangha. Supatipanno bhagavato sāvaka sangho ujupatipanno bhagavato sāvaka sangho Nyaya patipanno bhagavato sāvaka sangho Samici patipanno bhagavato sāvaka sangho Yadidang catari purisa yugani Atha purisa pugala esa bhagavato sāvaka sangho ahuneyo pahuneyo dakhineyo anjalikaraneo anutarang punyaketang lokasati. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay. Good morning again, everyone. So I just share some announcements. If you are joining a year-end retreat by Ajahn Brahm, the stay-in options has sold out, but there is a stay-out options. If you are keen, you may approach the office. And if you are keen to join the Zoom session, it's free. You can actually register at the Eventbrite. All right. And next week, we have Sayale Sujata, who will be sharing on how can we transform our habitual coping strategies with Dharma. It's on site, so if you are interested to come, please register at the Eventbrite. There will be a Sunday service next week, Indonesian service. Mental Health in Tough Times by Bante Kemadaro and Samanera Abisarano. So the talks will be delivered in Bahasa Indonesia. And next week we have the BF Youth, the 3 Marks of Existence by Sayale Sujata, and it will be held at BF East only. So if you are interested, you may sign up at the Eventbrite. We have Sister Sylvia and Brother Chai Chai, who is leading teaching on the Dharma Foundation Course 1, The Fulfilling Lay Life. It has been ongoing. And if you are interested, you can still register on the Eventbrite and you'll be sent the past pre-recorded session, right? And you can register at the Eventbrite. All right, we also have a junior youth. If you have kids aged 13 to 16 years old, you're invited to join the junior youth service every Saturday, 3 to 5 p.m. So if you're interested, you can also register at the BF office. So BF is, we are collecting a building fund. So if you are interested to donate, please feel free to donate as well. And we can also read up your sutta as well. And donation is actually any amount, right? Okay. And we also have Sutta study with Ajahn Sujato. It'll be starting next Sunday, 28th of November, for 4 weeks, from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Right, the registration is through Eventbrite, so please register at the Eventbrite. And for the building fund as well, please help us to build our Dharma home. We'll be very grateful for your generosity. And you can share the donation through PayNow, bank transfer, gyro, or even cash and nets or checks at the BF office. Thank you so much for your generosity. And today we are very, very privileged to have Sister Sylvia Bay, who will be sharing with us on the topic of the deeper meaning behind going to the Triple Gem for Refuge. So I will just share a very short introduction of Sister Sylvia. No need. All right, I think we all very familiar with Sister Sylvia already. She is our favorite speaker and Dharma advisors too. So, Sister Sylvia, we invite you for a short meditation followed by Dharma talks. Thank you.
Okay, everyone, please sit comfortably. If you just got into the hall and you're feeling a little, the mind is not quite settling down yet, don't worry. After this, you'll be fine. Can we switch off the lights? Okay, I invite everyone, close your eyes. Sit upright. Close your eyes. Be comfortable. Be comfortable, okay? Just relax. Don't think of meditation as like going mountain climbing. Nothing like this at all. It is a moment for the mind to be in a restful state. Restful, but clear and aware. So this is what I want you to do. Take 3 deep breaths. Deep in. Make sure your air, the oxygen fills your lungs. But when you exhale, slowly, as slowly as you can. Controlled exhaling. Deep in, slow out. 3 times. Then I want you to scan your body. Just kind of slowly, gently look over your body like a broad sweep. Imagine standing on a cliff and looking across the horizon, a scanning of the horizon slowly. So the same way, scan your body. As you scan your body and you notice that there is stiffness, there is a little ache, tell that part, relax. We're not going anywhere. We're just enjoying this body. This is the body you own this life. Own in a very figurative sense. You rent it for a while. You have to live with this for a while. Enjoy this body. Be aware of this body. Scan it top to toe. Any stiffness, relax. Tell your body, relax. It's very nice and comfortable. It's your best friend for now. Relax the body. Then as you are scanning, you may notice that the body is breathing on its own. The body is breathing. Remember, relax the mind, relax the body, sit back, watch this body breathing. Don't control it. Sit with it. Let it breathe however it wants. For once, don't control it. Relax into the breathing. It's breathing on its own. Rising and falling on its own. Rising and falling by itself. The body knows what it's supposed to do. The mind, let it. Don't force it. Let it be. Let the body be. It breathes on its own. You just enjoy this breathing. Now I want you to say, with every breath in, may I be well and happy. With every breath out, may my loved ones be well and happy. With every breath in, may I be well and happy. With every breath out, may my loved ones be well and happy. With every breath out, in your mind, Wish your parents well. With every breath out, wish your spouse or your loved one, your children well. So breath in, wish yourself well. Breath out, wish another well. Breath in, may I be well and happy. Breath out, may the world be well and happy. Everyone, from the people you love, to your friends, the strangers you pass, to all beings, all living beings out there. We do this for another 2 minutes. You're on your own. Remember, breath in, may I be well and happy. Breath out, another, someone else. You do it quietly, 2 minutes. I will guide you after that. One last final step. Right now, your mind should be light, full of metta, full of kindness. So my final step, may all beings, born, unborn, seen, unseen, may all beings be well and happy. Summon all of your kindness and friendliness. Share it outwards, the joy that you feel. Embrace all living beings as far as your mind can go. Embrace all beings in all quarters. In front of you, behind you, above, below, in all directions. Then when you're ready, take 3 deep breaths. In your mind eye, bow before the Buddha. Then you can open your eyes, stretch. Do it slowly. Don't worry. The world will wait for you. It's your one and only time. Make the world wait. Stretch, stretch. Did you all feel good? On a scale of 1 to 5, who would say I am a 1? 1 means, okay lah. This one like I sit down, watch TV like that. Who say 1? Who say less than 1? Just to be sure, in case I can't assume everyone is a 1. Who's 2? Don't look at others lah, just look at yourself lah. Who's 3? Who's 3? Who's 4? Whoa, really? Who's 5? Wow, boy, are you good lah? Well done. Oh, I'm impressed. Hey, he's 14-year-old, okay? You don't see him like that. All right, well done. Shall we start? Everybody's mind is back here, not in some arupa jhana. Okay. I haven't seen BF being this. There was once, I must share with you guys. I think I've been coming here for a long time, right? There was once when this hall is filled to the brim. Then when one of those great sangha comes to town, not just this hall, the staircase also filled to the brim. Upstairs, downstairs, parking also cannot find. That's the day that you do Grab, you know what I'm saying? Then came COVID, and I have come here when there was no one here. Me, Eileen, somebody handling the machine, the system, 3 of us. 4 maybe, huh? 4 on a good day. The 4th one is just here lah. But today, life is restoring, kind of coming back online again, which is really great. And it's a good day to reflect on taking refuge in a triple jam. Okay? I know, all of you know the triple jam. I know. I mean, this morning we started out having a short recitation, one of which talks about taking refuge in the triple jam. Then why is it that I use this word going to the triple jam for refuge? I mean, proper English should be taking refuge. But we say going to, and that's because I will show you. Buddhang, to the Buddha, saranang, refuge. Gacchami. Gacchami means I go. Kind of I walk there. If you want to go somewhere, he's going somewhere, he goes somewhere, gacchati. He goes. So gacchati actually means I go, I approach. The idea here is I willingly approach. It is my choice to make this move. My choice to make this move, to approach Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. Buddha, it's the teacher, or was the teacher. Dharma, the teaching. Sangha, the monastics, the monk. So I willingly approach the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha for refuge. And we do it 3 times just so that we know clearly in our mind it was a choice made. So if there is any way, in any place in the sutta that you want to slow down and make that affirmation, this is the point. I choose to approach the Buddha, his teaching, the monastics. I choose to approach them for refuge. That's what it means. For shelter, for protection. Okay? Then the question is, what's this refuge? What is this protection? Why is there this protection? Is it supposed to be literal or figurative? Literal means you literally, I run into trouble, I have fear, I have agitation, I run and sit before the Buddha and stay there. We'll go to him for refuge, ma? Is it supposed to be literal? Okay? And the assumption here, right, by that phrase, that assumption here is, I find problems in life, I find challenges, I need help, I need support, so I go to Buddha Dhamma Sangha for refuge. That's the idea, okay? But is it supposed to be like that? And, of course there are some people who will see it in a literal sense. In fact, for many of us, when we started this journey to become a Buddhist, there was a time when we also saw it as literal, isn't it? Be honest, yeah? No, yeah? Everybody's so neutral. It's almost as if there's nobody in this hall. Even my favorite Eileen is not saying a thing. Okay, tell me honestly, right? When you see the word, I go to Buddha Dhamma Sangha for refuge, right? Was there a point in your life, not now lah. Now you say atas already, a bit different lah. But was there a point in your life when you actually read this phrase literally? Yeah? Your finger up, very difficult, is it? I want to see how many of us actually, there was one point, where, I will be very honest, even I did, okay? Huh? We don't know the meaning. There was one point when I took it literally also, Buddha got magic. And then you say, you? Yes, I've been in this for 30 years, hello. There was a point in my life I was young. Okay? Even though it doesn't look like it, but there was one point in my life I was young and skinny. It's not obvious now, but it was. And at that point, I too thought it was literal. And because if you think about it, when you're very new, you will probably see Buddhism as a religion of sort, isn't it? Right? There was a point when you would have seen this as a religion of sort. And therefore, if it is a religion, therefore, Buddha must have magic, power beyond human imagination, right? So at that point, the way we look at the Triple Gem would be that they are all external. There is the Buddha, there are the books. So I'm pretty sure, right? You don't have to tell me this. I will make you raise your little finger. But I'm pretty sure you look at a sutta, the book, the Nikayas, his books, his teaching all captured in books now. You would look at that as magic also. If you got ghosts, right, take this and put it in front of you. Huh? Don't have a bit thick lah. Buddha book, Dhammapada so thick. Book already very heavy, right? But I'm pretty sure, okay? I am pretty sure because I've heard of it. I've heard of people being frightened and put the Buddha, the teaching, whether it's Dhammapada or one of the Nikayas, and put it there. Just so that you come, my book will pong you. Huh? Don't say don't have. I'm pretty sure there was a point in time. How many of us at one stage go around with a Buddha amulet? What? For show? No, for protection. Right? Yeah, it's perfectly okay. And then, was there a point in your life when you would think of the monk and say, monk also got magic on? If he blessed you, If not, why you go for that, right? The blessings work. We don't know, okay? Some people will say it works. We don't go there. I don't go there. Honestly, I think they do. But this is always up for debate. And in this session, we don't want to talk about debate. We want to see how it actually works for the Buddha. What does he expect us, or what did he expect us to understand by this triple gem? He definitely didn't expect you to look at Buddha, Dharma, Sangha as magical potion. He wouldn't have expected that, okay? You see my second point, conventional perception. So, okay, two parts to it. One is Buddha, Dharma, Sangha having the magic. They are the external entities. And two, when we think of trouble, and when we think of problems, we typically see problem as something external. Somebody not nice to me. Some events happening unexpected, I'm very unhappy about that. I lose my things, my house got burned down, there is an accident, always something's fault, some problems out there. This one, I'm pretty sure most of us perceive it like this. Agree? Don't want to raise your finger because take up too much energy, you can nod your head. Agree? Typically like this, okay? The point that I have today is this last point. For many of us brought up in Western liberal science, modern education, some of us find it difficult to grapple with this notion of a literal power generator, that the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha contains self-contained power that can help solve our problems, our external problems. Some of us have some difficulty grappling with that. In fact, there may be there probably are people who will say Buddhism very superstitious, very old-fashioned, still bow, asking for power, support, and all those things. And so they are uncomfortable approaching the Dhamma. But actually, Dhamma, the teaching, it is as modern as science, as timeless as science. And when you understand it properly, you will then understand how Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha can actually solve your mental issues, your mental problems, but just not through magic, through knowledge, understanding, and application. Okay? Okay. What do we really need protection from? That's your first question. And that should be the first question we ask. We say problem is out there. Accident out there. People not nice. Vicissitudes of life. Get scolded, blah, 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 blah. All out there. But actually, what you need protection from is not from outside. It's from inside. From within. The real source of any problem, pain, difficulties, challenges, agitation, the real source is within us. And this is the first and second noble truth. First and second noble truth actually talks about the problem that comes from within. Then I put it very simply. I put the word greed and everyone's like, really, meh? I'm not very greedy one, ma. I don't have greed. So the word greed, it's a problem. I use the word tangha, nobody understands. I use the word greed, people resist. So let me take you through a simple journey. Desire. So at one stage, I was being very neutral. I used the word preferences. preferences, desires, aspiration, wishes, all very mild. But actually this tanha is very strong. There is within us, all of us, regardless of age, regardless of race, gender, all of us, at all times. The scary part is it's at all times, and we don't realize it. All of us have within us preferences, choices, desires. These are big words. Greed is a good word, it's monosyllabic. Desire, 3 syllables. Aspiration, 4 syllables. Wishes, also got 2, but greed is good. If you look at the word greed, right? All of you are Chinese here. You know the word tan? Eiling, seriously? Tan, greed. You all know the word tan, right? Don't look at you all, right? That part of you that one, one. And you look at that word. If you sit there, do nothing, maybe there is the arising of the want. I wish I took the chair. Or I wish I took another cushion. I wish I don't have to sit on this thing that has no back. Maybe VF should have nice chairs. Why I must wear the mask? That little part, right? The little one. The minute one. What are they? They are tanha. In your mind, they are not greed. See, I'm not greedy for the chair. I just want a chair. Am I greedy for the chair? No lah, I just want it. Yeah, that very subtle. I want. That one, that little bit, you gotta tell me you don't have? You stand at the bus stop waiting for the bus to come. Ayah, got mosquito. Ayah, got hot. Ayah, I should have brought an umbrella. Ayah. You drive a car lagi worse. Ayah, you drive so slowly. Ayah, you drive so fast. Ayah, so many cars. Ayah. Okay, maybe next time instead of tangha, put there ayah. You can appreciate better. Ayah. You know what I'm saying? If I use the word ayah, then you are, yeah, I see what she means. I put the word tangha, simi lai. What is this? I put the word greed, semi. So defensive. But I put the word ayah, you can understand. Wear clothes, ayah, never wash my clothes. Ayah, forgot to do this. You go shopping, ayah, what I want, ayah, don't have, ayah, this, ayah, that. Ayah, COVID still around. You know what I'm saying? You go and count the number of times you ayah a day. Forget it, the number of times you ayah an hour. And it's not because you're very well practiced, right? You don't ayah so loudly, right? You just look at that little one that go, or, the sigh. Maybe next time I should put down there, the sigh. Don't even have to use a word, right? The sigh. Why my uncle so early asked me come to class? Like that lah. And it's all the time. It's all the time. If you listen to your brain, right? You listen to your mind. You go toilet. I prefer the other one. It's all the time. And those little times, as subtle as they are, as intense as they are, the sum of it is your pain, your agitation. Your agitation, your pain, your dukkha, your suffering. The sum of it all. So therefore, the problem is not outside, It's not the toilet doesn't know how to clean itself. It's you. You go in and you are agitated about the state. Everything is in us. If you are cool, you know that lovely Chinese, now I'm showing off, the Chinese idiom, right? What? 心静自然凉. As long as your mind is calm, your heart is quiet, you feel cool, right? Right? You feel cool. I love cool. And it's just like that. It's within you. So if that's the case, then how Buddha Dhamma Sangha help? 对不对? If that's the problem, right? How does the Buddha Dhamma Sangha help? Because it's not out there. I'm not putting the Buddha, fop off that evil woman. No, ma. It's inside here. Inside here, you call her evil. If you have called her sad, if instead of saying she's evil or she's bad or he's nasty, instead of using words like that, you see he's very sad. He's a tragic figure. He's always depressed, so he goes around and beat up people because he's so sad, so angry. Let me ask you, when you are angry, I may be talking to a room of practitioner. The last time you were angry, the last time you were angry, right? Did you feel good? Did you get angry and go, this is the best thing that happens to me, man? Don't have, right? When you are angry, you feel bad. You feel your feelings are negative. And you want to bite off your own finger sometimes when the anger is so strong because it's so frustrating, right? Imagine if you go to bed like this, and you wake up like this, and the whole day is like this, and in between it's like this. Even your sleep is painful. Like you go to sleep, you dream or angry thoughts, everybody come back and haunt you again. Do you think in that state of mind, you have any nice mood to go and, good fella, I like you leh. In the state when you're very angry, you don't like anybody. So, we only study the character and go, bad person. But we don't realize this is a person in pain. So, when I say, what protection do you, when I ask this question, what protection do you really need? Whom do you need protection from? It's yourself. Your own negative instincts. Our aku salah, okay? For those of you who are new to Pali and decide that Pali is really hard, aku, Malay, I, salah. Aku is I, okay? Salah, salah lah, salah. So aku salah means unwholesome habits. Unwholesome, evil, negative, unhelpful habits, instincts. So greed, anger, fear, agitation, the full works, they are all aku salah. Okay, that's easy. The final point that I want to make for this slide is taken from the first Dhamma Pada. Okay, Dhamma Pada is like an excerpt from the main teaching. Okay, it's like an excerpt from a main teaching. Pull all the key points taken from different places, compiled into a small collection for people to remember. So for those of you aspiring to be teachers or Dhamma speakers or Dhamma trainers, Dhamma facilitators, one day go memorize Dhamma Pada. It's a very good place to find quotable quotes. And it's so beautiful. So this one is number one, quotable quote number one. Mind is the forerunner of all states. Mind is chief. Manoseta, mind is chief. Mind made are states. If one speaks, acts with an evil, wicked mind, because of that, suffering follows. So, suffering is the result of how we think. How we think negatively, if we act on it, then the experience of pain will follow. In the past, people take this phrase and make it into a karma. Like, you do this, then this happen. You do that, that happen. And the story that they share doesn't help. It kind of make the point, you do this, this happen. But it's not like that. This is very clear. Mind-made are things the mind create its reality. Mind reality, as you know, is created by the mind. Don't believe? You sit there and you say he's a nasty man. Your reality is he's nasty. If you say he's a tragic person, your reality is he's tragic. It's the same man. But how you see him changes according to the way you speak. Then somebody very smart aleck will ask, then what's the real thing? How I know? You also don't know, ma? Does it really matter what is real? What matters is you believe. It's what you see. If I believe that he's tragic, the way I speak and the way I act will be very different from when I believe he is nasty. So based on the reality that you say, you speak and you act. But because you acted, he's nasty, so I nasty back, ma? Eye for an eye, right? Which is a really stupid concept. I love this one. An eye for an eye makes the world go blind. It's a much better one than say an eye for an eye, right? An eye for an eye makes the world go blind. So you say he's nasty, you react accordingly. Guess what happened? He already so angry, right? Oh, he blew his top. Then now you stab each other to death. You tell me if suffering didn't follow. But let's say you say that he is tragic. It's really sad. So one, you either don't argue and walk away, or two, you might actually say, I'm sorry. Make him feel a little better. The word I'm sorry takes nothing out of you. But maybe because of your word of sorry, for a split minute, he had reprieve. By your kindness and your compassion and your generosity and your effort, you actually managed to have this guy settle for a minute. Oh, very good leh. Now can go and share merit. It's very good. So suffering follows not because of the action per se, but because of how you have shaped your reality, leading to how you behave, creating new condition. Therefore, the experience sets in. That's what it means. Okay? So the so what? Therefore, I like the figurative version, not literal. Remember literal, Buddha out there, Dharma out there, sangha out there? The figurative version. Figurative version means you need to understand qualities of Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. Not the external object, the qualities of Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. That's how you went 969. Wrong. Why wrong? Buddha never said I got 9 qualities. Buddha never said I had 9 qualities. Those were his qualities. Depending on how you look at it, you can count maybe 9, maybe 8, maybe 10. Because Bhagawa is Bhagawa ma, same. So some of you, when you start counting, you start to wonder, how come the number not quite correct? Because he never said I had 9 qualities, the Dhamma has 6 qualities, and the Sangha has 9 qualities. So for those of you who is 969 all over the place, right? Be sure, somewhere along the line, it was created. It didn't come from Buddha, okay? But it doesn't matter. It's the qualities. Okay, the significance of this. I ask you all here, everyone here, and everyone online also, we play a game, okay? I ask you now to think of one parent. Any parent, one of your parents. If I say children, some don't have. If I say spouse, some don't have. Parent, you sure have. Past or present, you sure have. Otherwise, why are you here? Then you say, I don't know which one. Does it matter? I didn't say biological, right? So you just pick a parent, okay? Pick one parent. In your mind, you look in your mind. Think of parent. Everybody done? Okay. How many of you, when you think of parent, you think of the face? How many of you, when you think of your parents, you thought of the qualities? The ones who thought of the face, did you think of the qualities? My mom, sweet lady. My mom, fat lady. Which one? My mom, sweet and fat lady. Right? You sure you will think of qualities. Now, but which one is the one that got you heart shift a bit? Qualities or face? Qualities. And it's the same thing for you. The world, when they look at you, you think they look at your face. We are all fixated about our face, right? Oh, I must put makeup, paint a bit, right? You think the world cares about your face. Only you care about your face. When you ask the world to think of you, who do you think of? My broken teeth? No, they will think of your qualities. Your friends will think of your qualities. It's all subconscious. It's very, very instinctive. So you see, 2,500 years ago, the Buddha already talked about qualities. Brilliant or not? Really brilliant. Because really, the essence of any relationship is not physical form. It's the qualities. That's why you watch Hollywood movies, right? Or you can watch movies, Buddhists can watch movies. Just let you all know. If you want to watch Bollywood, also can. Right? We're not fussy, okay? In fact, Bollywood might bring you closer, right? Okay. When you watch when you watch movies, have you ever noticed shows which talk about changing of faces? Change faces. Okay, there's a show called Face Off. It's a Hollywood one. Face Off. Go and watch it. It's very interesting because the face has changed. First, you associate someone with the face. But then, when it comes to the essence, it's about the qualities. It's about the qualities. So the face is the same, or the face has changed, but you recognized him by his qualities. And the man was trying to convince the wife that it was him. It was his qualities. They are shared memories. So the face is gone, but the shared memories is what remain of this individual. And it's the same thing. For those of you who believe in lives, past life, present life, future life, lives, you think the fella kept the same face? Change already, you've always kept the same face, then jialat, right? I mean, if you got a wonderful face, keep it, but if your face is like what my sister would call long pia, right? A face that kind of ram into the wall type, right? You don't want to keep that, right? Every life must go for plastic surgery, right? Not so nice, right? I mean, I'm not laughing at people per se. I'm just saying that a lot of things change. The form changes, the mind changes, the qualities. So, but what is it that brings people together? It's memory of qualities. Okay? So therefore, this is what I'm trying to say. You must understand and internalize the qualities of the gem. The part where you say iti piso, bhagawa, arahan, samma sambuddho, those are his qualities. So you must understand those qualities well. So that when you run into trouble, you recall the qualities. You don't recall face. You recall qualities. The qualities will do certain things for you. When you remember the qualities, it will do certain things. They will do certain things for you. Okay? And point 2. 1 is recalling, and 2 is fortified by the qualities. I will explain what that means when we reach the slide. Now we slowly walk towards the slide. This is, for you, the challenge today. I have I didn't translate it myself. I pluck it off somewhere, someplace where I think the translation is very accurate. Blessed One is an Arahan, perfectly enlightened, accomplished in knowledge and conduct, fortunate Sukato, knower of the world, Lokavidu, unsurpassed trainer of persons to be tamed. Purisadam Sarati, Satta Deva Manusanang, Satta, the teacher, Deva and human, Manusanang human. The enlightened one, the blessed one. Let's talk a little bit about the qualities of the Buddha. What does this passage say? Okay, I will tell you what it says. Then you tell me, what does your mind think when you're reflecting on these qualities? He's an arahant. Now, in our modern lingo, arahant is just a Pali word, so you have no feel for it. You don't kind of connect with that word, right? This word arahant in ancient time, in his time, it actually means the noble one. So think of it like someone who is very, very special. And he's very different from the rest of the world. He's completely unique. He's very noble. He's elevated. A very, very special person. Very elevated, accomplished, realized. It embodies these. The word has all these connotations. He's out of this world. He's different from the rest of the world. He's elevated. He is pure, completely pure. So the word in itself, in his time, it has a very special connotation. It's man above all men, something like that, okay? And why? Because he's perfectly enlightened. So when we feel about the Buddha, what we feel about the Buddha, when we think about the Buddha, the assumption that we must have is he's perfectly enlightened, means he knows all there is to know about existence. He understands the true meaning, or correction, wrong, not true meaning. He understands the nature of existence. Haven't you all felt that on some days you feel life quite meaningless, leh? You're born, you struggle to get your PSLE, O-level, I'll take you through the whole life. PSLE, first you struggle to go to kindergarten, right? First day leaving the warm embrace of your family, go kindergarten. Be stuck with a whole class of small people like you. Therefore, you're not special anymore. The very first time you realize you're not special is you're in kindergarten. Because everyone is also special. Yeah? I remember when I was in kindergarten, I remembered because it was so traumatic. I remember when I was in kindergarten, there was a part in me that assumed, this is mindfulness carried on from a different time. I kind of assumed that this funny state of situation where I'm in a class sitting behind the table with so many people of my age, it's a temporary thing. I kind of assume it's temporary. That today I come here, then, tomorrow still must come here, then, how come 3 days later still here, then, it's okay, after 1 week should be. I don't think of week, but I kind of assume at some point I'll go home. Then life becomes normal. Oh, ha, ha, ha. See, delusion. Ignorance and delusion. So the same thing. In life, right? We go through life, we go to kindergarten, we go to school, primary school, and secondary school. Then after that, think about going to university. Some go in, some cannot. Then anxious. Oh yeah, I made it in university. Then anxious. Get the results. So one third, or maybe one, okay, depending on how long you live, but a significant section of your life, the part where you have had the most energy, the most dream, that part all kena stuck in an institution. Until you are 20, if you finish a university, I hate to tell you, but until you finish university, which is at 23, you are stuck behind institution. Then when you're finally unleashed upon the world, you must go earn a living. Then while you're happily earning your living for the first time in your life, you got money that you earn for yourself. You can make choices. And now the world is telling you, when are you going to get married? Why are you still with this woman or man or boy or whatever? So there's this pressure on relationship, right? Then you go and marry, you think that you marry someone you love, life is going to be so great, I marry someone I love. No, it's the beginning of a new set of problems. Oh, then the children come. Oh, life is going to be perfect because I've had my child. No, you no longer have any more sleep. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So every time we live in hope to be awakened by reality. And before you know it, ayo, that's it. My expiry date coming already. I got money, no energy. I got time, nowhere to go. COVID ma. So it's like, wow, life is never peaceful and never fulfilling. Blah, blah. What's the meaning? Guess what? You're coming back. Terminator 2, I shall return. And it goes on. I hope I'm making you all properly disillusioned, demoralized. He knows the solution to this. Perfectly enlightened is he knows the solution to this. So do you believe or do you not believe? That's the point. So if in your heart you say, I absolutely believe him, I know he got the answer, then that is when you believe in that quality. If you believe it, you believe in that quality. If you don't believe it, you next time you chant iti piso, that time you make sure this part you drop, okay? Sama sambuddho part you drop, because you don't believe. So every time you say sama sambuddho, you believe he knows the meaning, the solution to this relentless life journey. Accomplished in knowledge and conduct. I didn't want to use the word true. The Pali word is vidya charana. Vidya, knowledge. Wisdom. It is not just knowledge. Vidya is actually knowledge. But it's knowledge sitting on wisdom also. Knowledge of life's reality. Life's reality. Lives. Realities of life. Because if we don't understand that reality, we are caught in that, what's that treadmill, the guinea pig treadmill, you know? Tang, 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 tang. What's your meaning to life? Running this treadmill. Seriously. And occasionally, I take a step out, I eat, I do what's necessary, I go back to running the treadmill. Between lives, you take a break. Pastel wheel. Early don't say. Yeah, correct. So you just run. Tung, 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 tung. Buddha, for his disciple, we believe he knows how to break this. He has that knowledge. And he's a very pure person. We all go around with a shopping bag of greed, anger, delusion. His supermarket cart is empty. He doesn't have those. There's no anger, there's nothing. No ignorance. We believe he's perfect, he's pure. And we believe that he knows how to help the rest of us. That last two, unsurpassed trainer of persons to be tamed, teacher of devas and men, those two parts says he knows how to help us. Because if you don't believe in that, why are you reading the Dharma? The Dharma is about how to fix the brain, fix our mind. It's the method to fixing. So if we say he was really good at this, he knows how to fix our all crazy problems, the method that he left behind will do the trick. It's only when you say this that you will go refer to the text. If you don't believe in this, what are you looking at? You're looking at the historical Buddha who is long gone, no longer around to help you fix your problem. It cannot be. So that's why when you recall the qualities, for me personally, I'll recall the compassion. He was so compassionate that he let go of his own free time. He's perfectly enlightened. He can sit around, hang around, and just enjoy the rest of the life. But no, he has to go and put his feet into the world and help us all fix problems. The entire collection of teaching is a testimony to his sacrifice and his compassion. That's why we want to refer to those books, not just for the teaching. It's for how does one live a life meaningfully, richly, a fulfilling life. So we refer to those texts not just for the knowledge, but for the exemplary life. Do you understand? So we are being inspired by him. We're saying we're going to live our life like this. He can do it, we can do it. Okay, he can do it, we can do half. Modest. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're reading. This is how you say, oh, reading Pali very difficult. I know. Who asked you to read Pali, read English? Because Buddha said we can learn it in our own language. In fact, I wish for somebody to write Dharma in Singlish, so Singaporeans can appreciate it in our own language. Why like that? I'm serious. Learn it in your language, he said. What does it mean by learning it in your language? Not just English. You don't speak English the way Shakespeare did. The same English. We speak it in the modern English. So learn Dhamma in the modern English. That's all. Okay? Now, for me personally, when I recall the Buddha, I recall his compassion. I will recall his genius. His brilliance, his intellectual brilliance. And so when you run into trouble, recalling these qualities, right? So you see all these problems out there. For me, it's like, I'll think about it. Buddha said he'll take it, we will take it. Do you see what I'm saying? You internalize, you emulate, you role model Buddha. You want to use modern word, right? You role model Buddha. So therefore, go read out on his life. Get to know him better. Get to understand how he tackled problems, and you role model him. Okay? Okay, we have no time to go into what's comforting and why. You want to share anything about? No. If you're in my class, I'll make you write reflection. But no, you're in the Sunday talk, cannot write reflection. So we have to move on. Qualities of the Dhamma. Then you say, some of you may say, Buddha qualities, I can understand, I can appreciate, he's a human. Dhamma quality how? Okay, now I teach you. You look at the words, well expounded is the Dhamma by the exalted one, which means to say. Can you not reinvent the wheel? You go, huh? Whatever that is taught as is, take it as is. Don't be so clever and change what he has taught. No need to think too hard. Take it at face value. Learn it at face value. So if he say, be kind, you be kind. If he said, have compassion, have compassion. If he say, mind is the forerunner of all mental states, that is it. Don't go and change it to karma, fruit, effect. He got say fruit, effect, meh? He didn't say it like that. He said, mind made are things. Reality is created, mind made. And you will drive your life around your mind made reality. He got say, karma. It is fruit, effect, and fruit. No, he didn't say any of those words. He just said it like this. We are all dragged around by our own mind-made reality. And they are supreme. Why? Because that's what you believe, ma. And this is how you will then continue acting. So these are very straightforward. His teaching, very well expounded, no need to reinvent the wheel, follow it as he is. Okay? Secondly, directly visible, meaning to say. The Dharma is application. Directly visible means you can see it for what it is. It is application. So, noble truth. Is it application? Is your life like this? When someone dies, do you feel sad? Must all human beings die? Correction. Must all living beings die? Regardless of your lifespan, one day it will end. You come online, you go offline. Power must switch on and off. This is just the way it is. Directly visible means in life you can see the operation of his teaching. You can apply his teaching into life. That's what it means. Immediately effective. If you are angry and you remember what the Buddha said, let go of anger. Then you go, swallow, swallow, let go of anger. The moment you recall, let go of anger, you just have to recall. You just have to recall. You will stand brake already. There is a braking mechanism. So the thing about the teaching is if you understand the key principles, you can apply immediately. The effects are felt immediately. I'll give you another example. You're very angry with someone. You're very angry. And you want to tell him to his face, you're not nice. Then you remembered, don't act and speak on akusala, on anger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. By the time you hit 5 mindfully, you tell me the anger, right? Is it the same level or has it dipped a little? What are the odds for you? For you. Don't talk about other people. For you, right? If you just take a deep breath, count to 5, for you, would it have gone down? Yes. But then how come it will come back up again, eh? Right? Sometimes it goes down, but then it came back because people would say, because you go and think about it, lor. It actually comes down. Then in your mind you say, but then it comes up. You must but then, meh? You don't but then, nothing happens, oh. But you but then, oh. Then it start again, ah. So the thing is, his method works. But you think you know better. So Buddha says, don't act on it. Then you say, don't act. Then, but I still angry leh, because you went to think about it. So it came up again. But you still don't act. Then you don't act. Then, oh, but I still angry leh. Why are you clinging on? So actually, many a times, it doesn't work because you never follow instruction. It's like the Buddha gave you an instruction manual on how to operate the computer. But you decided that the manual is too long. So can I just read the first line and the last line? So you read the first line, never read all in between, never follow instruction, and go straight for the last line, and you press the button, and therefore everything disappears. Welcome to Windows 3.1. This is what happened to me. I was too impatient to follow instruction. I pressed a button, my system shut down on the day it came to my house. I had to call some because it's 30 years ago, right? I had to call somebody to come and fix my thing. So therefore, I'm telling you a real life story. Never follow instruction properly, you will have to pay more. So the same thing. The Dharma is actually not difficult, but we never follow instruction. Buddha says to your enemy, you kind of don't fight back. Either you let go or you love. Actually, there is such a, I forgot the Dhammapada stanza, but he says, resolve. Hatred is not resolved by hatred. Hatred is resolved by love. He said that. And because we say we know better, right? Some people cannot appreciate loved one, so give them hatred. My advice to you is, can you just give them the exit? Not hatred, okay? Follow it properly and you'll be fine. So the same thing. It's very inviting. Okay, for those of you, now this is question only for those of you who have really embraced it and start to apply the teaching in your daily life. Now I ask you, for those of you who have embraced the teaching and apply it in daily life, if you have another life to live again, you want to come back to the Dhamma? Empathically? Yes, yes. Yeah? Yeah? Why? Because seeing is believing. Right? Seeing is really believing. You apply, you feel the effect, you appreciate the wisdom, you appreciate the comfort. You say to yourself, if I have another life to live again, I will come back. I want to. Some of you came onto the Dhamma from a very difficult path, meaning life messed you up, sui. Then you desperate came to look for Buddha. Yeah? Yeah? Don't say don't have, sure have one. Yeah? Because you were very happy, you were like a bird, la-di-di-da, you were like a bird, until you kind of slapped very hard by the life, then you're very desperate, then you went to the Dhamma for refuge. Yeah? Then you got into the Dhamma, you understand the Dhamma, you really love it. Now, I ask you, if you have another life to live again, but you naughty lah, never give you hardship, you won't come back to the Dhamma, would you take that hardship? Will you? Yes. If I need a painful reminder, I will take it, so that I'll come back. Yeah? That's how powerful it is. Okay? So we are really talking about the kind of impact that it has on people's mind and life experience. It's literally life transforming. That's why you want to come back. Pain. You are saying that if I am so naughty in the next life, I'm so mindless and I wandered off to enjoy the fruits of life, not realizing they are all poison chalice, but never mind, just enjoy. I need a good hard knock to return to the Dhamma, I will take it. Because I want to be reminded. I want to return. So that's how powerful Dhamma is. To be leading on means it's gradual path. So I recap all these. It is applicable in daily life. It's beautiful as is. It's life transforming. It's impactful directly. And once you get onto it, it will constantly lead you on. You will follow this journey. No one, and I dare say this very firmly, no one who really understands Dhamma properly will live the train. No one who understands it properly will live the Dhamma train because of the kind of relief, the kind of joy that it is able to bring out in one. And all chosen, self-chosen. Okay? Sangha. Now, Sangha, it's human, it's present, it moves with time. It's the one that is constantly renewing. Buddha, no more renewal. One dispensation, one Sama Sambuddha only. There's no renewing. Dhamma, you don't renew Dhamma. You only renew the language, the operating system you can change. But you do not change the words, invent new meaning. There is no renewal. But Sangha, there is new renewal. Generation after generation after generation, this is the only one that changes with time and arrive in our age in a different version. So that's one way of looking at it. There's just one way of looking at it. But there is another way of looking at it. You look at Sangha in terms of the qualities. It is supatipano. Practicing, it says practicing well, but actually what it means is a conscientious practitioner. hardworking, okay? Discipline, if you like. But maybe the better word is discipline. Hardworking and discipline. Uju patipatno is the conscientious one. The one who practices honestly, sincerely. Meaning his conduct is pure. Uju means upright. Honest, pure, and sincere. You tell me, a monk who is very disciplined, who is very pure as a person, no loba dosa, who is very different from the regular man giving in to his desire. He has no desire. He's very well practiced. You impressed or not? You're very impressed. And what it means for the rest of us is, if you consider yourself a practitioner, then you must be mindful of this. You must be hardworking, disciplined. So every time some agitation arises in you, you don't give in. You hold the Dharma line. Hold that line. Don't speak, don't act. Let it fade away. 好汉一条, you're back to normal again. A good person again. Entered the right path. This is a practitioner who knows what he is doing. His goal, the third one is about the goal. His goal is nibbana. So, nyapatipanno is, I am practicing for realization of nibbana. Correct goal. The last one, practicing correctly. I know in English doesn't, like the words all seem like thesaurus, but the last one actually means you're practicing in accordance with the teaching. Eightfold path is eightfold path, not 24. 8, no good lah, times 3, 8, 60, 24. Hello, Buddha give you 24. Buddha only at most 10, that's 10-fold path. But the point is that you know why you're supposed to observe certain behavior. It's not observing correctly. You know why you're doing it, and you do it in accordance with the intent. Not just for form's sake. Practicing in accordance with intent. Okay? And these individuals are the ones worthy. If they have these qualities as practitioner, then they are worthy of your respect, salutation, the gifts, and so on and so forth. Worthy of the rest of us following in their wake, because they are the living embodiment of the path, of the practice. We respect them tremendously because they can do something we can't. We don't have the discipline. We sometimes give ourselves discount in the practice. I don't scold him hard, I scold him soft. That's discounted scolding. Wrong. Sometimes we don't even know what we're doing. Our goal is a bit off. I practice so that I can share merit. Seriously, Buddha taught you like that, huh? Or my understanding of the Eightfold Path is like this, or my understanding of practice like this. Your understanding, but is it in accordance with the teaching? Don't know. So a bit off, right? So the 4 are qualities. The 5 are not. The one at the bottom, the 5, they're not qualities. They are telling you what they are worthy of. So that's why I tell you 969 is not Zun one. It didn't come from Buddha. The main thing is, these are the 4 qualities of a practitioner. 4 qualities of a practitioner. Okay? Discipline, honest and sincere, with the right goal in mind, and practicing in accordance with teaching. Okay? And these individuals will then show the rest of us that the Dharma is transformative. This is how you practice. This is what will happen when you do it correctly. Okay, now, what's the significance? Always ask yourself, why is it like this? And what is so special? The so what for me, the individual, you are thinking Buddhist. By the way, it should be synonymous, okay? If you are a Buddhist, you should be thinking. It should be synonymous. Okay? Whereas today, if you look at the modern world, right? What's a Buddhist? Superstitious blind faith. There is this misnomer. Buddha, like, dear Lord, 2,500, then what happened? In his time, if you choose to become his follower, the world around you will see you as avant-garde. Wow, impressed. Because you are willingly embracing something that will make you wiser and a reflection of your smarts, your intellect, your brilliance. And when you get it right, it is also a reflection of your goodness. So you tell me, when you read newspaper or you read Facebook sharing, they share about people, the ones that everybody applaud, right? Isn't this person foremost amongst people who are kind, compassionate, generous, honest, everything you can think of that is good in a man? You share a story about this one being so special because he's like that. He has those good, wholesome qualities. And you throw in bonus, brilliant, he's a good man and very smart. You are like, whoa, all right, man. Right? Right? When you read newspaper, the guy stole from his wife, you're very impressed, is it? So some individual may have he's very smart, he's very rich, he's a prominent leader of the community, but he stole from his wife. You tell me, what's your view of this individual? It will plummet. He will go from the 人上人, top of the man, to the, I don't know what is the opposite of 人上人. Please, the Chinese ones, you will plummet. So the same thing. A Buddhist in the time of the Buddha was one who was considered elevated because he has wisdom, he has goodness. 2,500 years later, seem to have a kind of an impression which is not entirely complimentary. It should not be. It should not be. When you bring back the Dharma, when everyone starts to understand the Dharma, you will begin to realize that, hey, Dharma is new age, which is true, it is. It's actually not new age, it's timeless. Okay? Akaliko, timeless. Okay, so what does it mean? When you recall, so when you think about the Buddha, think about what he stood for. Think about how he handled his world, how he tackled the issues in his life. When you think of the Buddha, you recall the qualities, you shy or not. You don't live up to his qualities. Are you shy or not? A bit lah. Go before Buddha shy a bit lah. Maybe hide in a corner, Buddha cannot see me, not so bad. Right? So you must remember, when it's something that you are agitated about, you tell yourself, hey, Buddha can take more than that. Né? Then some people, very smart, and like, yeah, but he Buddha ma. You Buddhist, right? You dare call yourself Buddhist. Then you don't emulate like 50%. Shy or not. Okay, then how does it work with the Dhamma? Okay, this is where it's very interesting. For those of you who go into meditation and you pick on, this morning you all said you had a bit of a meditation, feel very good, very calm, right? What you went through, that moment when you felt calm, joyous, peaceful, that moment is a Dhamma moment. That is your taste of Dhamma. Then you see, that's meditation. Dhamma actually means that moment when the mind let go of akusala. When that mind in that moment has only wholesome mental state. wholesome mental states. In that moment when you had a wholesome mental state, that moment is when immediately effective, you are aware in the moment, you can feel it, it inspires you, you want to do more. That moment is a Dhamma moment. That's the moment. If you recall in your daily life, if you are standing on the cliff about to drop into akusala, in that moment you take a deep breath, take one step back, and the mind goes a bit quiet for one moment, you have recalled Dhamma. At that moment, I challenge you to go scold people. The odds are you go, heck lah what. I got no air to quarrel with you. Very good. Well done. Recall the Dhamma moment again. Okay? That's the moment when you recall the Dhamma. Or it can be like this. So you attend classes. All those participants on DFC, Dhamma Foundation course, you have attended classes. And in those moments, you recall faith, sila, integrity, generosity, bhavana, cultivation. You recall the word. Recalling the word, recall the mental state. Where did the words come from? Dhamma. So good to learn Pali. The word, right? Sila. It's a Pali word. Straight away you remember morality, Dhamma. When you recall that word becomes a state that can help you hold the line. You don't fall in. So like for myself, sometimes some things happen or some events happen. There is a part in me that's kind of a bit shaky, right? I tell myself chaga. The word I can recall is chaga, generosity. Which if you have attended the class, you'll know generosity is a whole lot of things. But I will just recall that word, and whatever negativity fades away. So for me, my trigger word is chaga. It is how I remember the Dhamma. So for you, it depends. It may well be morality or wisdom or gratitude or whatever word that you have. Come for the class, I will teach you them all in Pali, then you will sound so intelligent to yourself. Okay? So, katanuta, merits. Oh, gratitude, sorry. Katanuta is gratitude. Punya is merits. Stability, equilibrium, upeka, equilibrium. You know, the equanimous. So there are many words. Why these words? You bring out the word, and your mind do a full stop there, and you're kind of not sure what to do next. That's where you go in quickly with the Dhamma. Buddha said this, stop it. You remember anicca, right? Your favorite word, anicca, impermanence. For some people, they remember impermanence, they stop fighting. Impermanence means mortality. You got a limited lifespan. You very long life, is it? Yeah, I'm only 12 years old. Oh, some people have died at 30. You know what I'm saying? So actually, when you think of certain words, right, it causes you to become more somber, more big picture, less caught up, less petty. So it's like that, okay? Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. Sangha, you remember sometimes Sangha is a monk, a good monk that you truly respect. And you call him your teacher. So by recalling Sangha for you may well be that monk. And straight away, it puts a check on your akusala. Or it may well be qualities. So I think of, I must practice ujupatipanno, upright, cannot cheat. So if I'm a practitioner, how do I go around scolding people? What kind of a ujupatipanno are you? Do you understand what I'm saying? So if you consider yourself a practitioner, you must remember that 4 qualities. You must be disciplined, you must be sincere and honest, You must know that this is for attaining a realization of Nibbana, for improving wisdom. And it must be done in accordance with the teaching. So if that's the case, then when you are agitated and you say, I'm a practitioner, you should stop. Because giving in to negativities, nothing there is about complying with sangha. So you will stop. See that? So any of this, Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, any of this, if you become very, very competent in recalling these qualities, they will be very powerful check on your negativity. When you have no negativity, if your negativities are under control, you don't have to worry. You don't have to worry. You will stay on the Dhamma train. You won't fall off the train, okay? And all these positive mental energies set the condition for welfare and growth. Okay, I don't go into much. Two slides left. It's just 2 slides left. So, I spoke to you, earlier on I said, recalling the qualities, 1, and 2, fortifying. This is what it means. Finding the Buddha within, that lovely, I think it's more associated with Mahayana Buddhism, right? The Buddha, there is a Buddha in all of us. Huh? Something like that. You speak slowly, louder, okay? 佛性, right? 人人都有佛性, okay? I love it, right? No, the idea here is that are you able to reach a point when, because the qualities of the Buddha are so spontaneous, you're recalling it very well, it reaches a point when you think of the Buddha, you think of his qualities, within you there is an embracing of those qualities. It becomes a bit more second nature for you. Second nature. So it shapes your neural pathways. It actually starts to transform or wire your mind, your brain in such a way that you are deeply compassionate instinctively. So in that state, when you have that wisdom, you have that honesty, the goodness, the kindness, the compassion, you have all those qualities, that becomes you. You are of that nature. So practitioners doing it properly over time will find that character-wise they have changed significantly, character-wise. That what used to upset them no longer does. What used to tickle their fancies also no longer does. They become more and more like the epitome of the teaching. This thing about living in the Dhamma, right? Living in the Dhamma, it actually means mindfulness and wholesome mental states. Mindfulness, mindful of the teaching, upholding the wholesome mental states. Again, they all seep into your neural pathways, and this is the new you. The nicer, kinder, brighter you. Like, I don't know, Eileen 2.1. 5.1. Eileen 5.1. I get 2.1 over already. 5.1, okay? And you are a sincere, conscientious, worthy. Remember? If you are good and kind, you're practicing well, you are worthy of others' respect. So you become a sincere, conscientious, and worthy practitioner. You are now emulating a sangha, a practitioner, okay, in your daily life. You can understand this part, right? Because this one about how your neural pathways have been transformed by the qualities that it now is you. They are you. You are them. You're not perfect like the Buddha. You're not Sammasambuddha. There's only one. But as you begin to understand the teaching and understand the nature of reality and so on and so forth and so on and so forth, there is a large part of you that is contented, that doesn't ask so many questions, that is more accepting of life, that has moderation as instinct, and so on and so forth, right? This is the new you, okay? And this new you is fortified against any ups and downs. In the Mangala Sutta, the last 2 stanzas in the Mangala Sutta talks about this individual. Don't know what it is? Join my class. 2 weeks from now. Go to iLink and ask for the link and you can come online and join us 2 weeks from now. The last 2 stanzas of the Mangala Sutta talks about one who is fortified in the Buddha Dhamma Sangha. And because of that, he will live his life unaffected, unshaken, steady in all of the ups and downs of life. You are not dependent on anyone for your personal comfort and joy. It's all, you are like a walking solar panel for Dhamma, by itself. Okay? Fortified by the sunlight, fortified by the moonlight. Day in, day out, daytime, nighttime, 24 hours, 247, 24/7, 365. My numbers are really bad. Okay, finally, the last one. Have you heard of this expression that say, be a refuge unto yourself? Be your own refuge. And sometimes people will ask, sometimes Buddha say, Buddha Dhamma Sangha for refuge. Sometimes say, be your own refuge. Why? What's the difference? They're actually equal. If you are fortified in the Buddha Dhamma Sangha, you are your own refuge, right? That's one way of looking at it. Another way of looking at it, come for DFC 2. I will tell you the rest of the story. Powerful advertisement, okay? Don't play a fool. Okay, right. Question and answer. Any questions, answer?
Sister Sylvia, for a very entertaining and enriching sharing. So I'd like to invite anyone who have any questions. Anyone?
Oh, sorry. Okay. Thanks for sharing, Sister Sylvia. Could you explain the word, I think it's sugato again? Because sometimes I see it's being translated as
well gone.
Yeah. So, but here I saw fortunate.
Yeah. Sugato actually literally means, su means good. Su, S-U. Like du, right? Du means bad, painful. So su is good. Auspicious or whatever. Gato actually means a traveler. Like gachati, gachami, Buddha Sarana gachami. Gato actually means traveling, traveler. So that's why it's translated as well gone, well traveled. The way I see it is really that, because this is a life journey. A life journey, right? And it's like, in this life, I had a good journey. Literally, it means that, but figuratively, I had a fortunate life. Right? I had a good life. I had a fortunate life. So think of life as a journey. I repeat, life is a journey. Point to point, day to day, you kind of head towards some kind of a destination, which is death. But if you had a good life, you said, this is a path well walked, well traveled, well trodden, right? So therefore, if you had a life, so I have lived my life well, so and so had lived his life well, you've had a fortunate life. So that's why it has also been translated as fortunate. Okay? So what is a fortunate life? What's a good life? It's a life that is meaningful, that has done things for others. Buddha's service to the world, immeasurable. Okay? Next question.
Anyone else?
No scratching hair.
I've got a question, Sister Sylvia.
Yes.
Just now you mentioned about the ayah thing that is really happening all the time, right? The greed and all that. That is happening all the time. Yeah. So I see this like recalling the qualities is like also like a continuous journey lah. So what is like more in terms of something that we can really do straight away to really help us overcome the greed that we have that is happening all the time as well?
You want a shortcut?
No, no shortcut, but it's like a,
a quick start.
Yes.
Faith, Lord. Sometimes by action, you see, we are all endowed in different mental capabilities or affinities, right? So you want to say that some people, there are certain qualities, I'll put it this way, there are certain qualities, for some people, right, there are certain qualities that can help them get very quickly into the Dharma and they will enjoy the ride. One of which is that in daily life, they don't have a lot of demand. They're actually very easygoing by instinct. They're very easygoing, they're very receptive, they're open-minded, they learn very easily, but it's also fast in and out. So very quick to anger perhaps, but very quick to dissipate, very easy and let go, that type. So for individual who don't want to think too hard, but quite easygoing, just tell me quickly, help me get started, but I'm also very receptive. The main thing is how receptive you are. If you are receptive, you're open-minded, you're ready to hear the Dhamma, learn the few simple things, 5 precepts. Do good, do no, avoid evil, do good, purify mind. Get started there, shortcut. Why is that important? Because the moment you learn to avoid evil, do good. Just these two, purify mind, a bit more chim, right? The moment you can avoid evil, do good, straight away you will feel better. Straight away. Then you say, so easy, man. Have you done it? If you ask me the question, you haven't done it. Because for the ones who are by nature giving, right, they will think and say, that's easy, that's not difficult, right? If you ask me, so easy, man, it means you are not like this. You have never done it. Or at least this is not your natural state. Your natural state is more protective, more self-ish. Then in which case, this avoid evil, do good, it's not easy at all. It sounds easy. It's not easy. You run into someone who is selfish for whatever reason, you perceive the person is so selfish. You perceive it, it's all perception. You see yourself going to up in arms and you selfish, I selfish back. So for you to overcome this instinct, this self-protective instinct, and not giving, right? Not being giving, that part is not easy at all. For people who are very opinionated, you ask them to stop imposing your view on others. Very difficult because it's all habit already. Okay? Avoid evil is not just act. Avoid evil is speech. You go look at your own speech. Have you ever gossiped about another? Yes. Have you ever, because you are angry, a word that comes out, not very nice, ever happened? Yes. Or avoid evil means the one that one also cannot have. So you can do these things, you will, I guarantee, you will feel good. Cannot stop at avoid evil, must continue to do good. Cannot like, okay, this life I do avoid evil. Next life I do good, can or not? Cannot. Buddha got tell you, avoid evil, do good, purify mind in 3 lives. Did he say that? No. He said avoid evil, do good, purify mind. Do all 3. Then you can really see your life change. I am not even introducing Dhamma yet. Then you say, Must we attend class? No need. You don't have to attend class to do avoid evil, do good. Purify mind the best. No time for class, can at least don't scold people. Can at least don't talk bad about people. Can at least say something nice. In fact, why don't you all have your own little challenge? In your little booklet, you say, things I will do today. And every day do the same thing. I will praise one person. I will praise one person with all sincerity. I will say something nice to someone with all sincerity. One a day. Just once a day. I can almost guarantee, right? You cannot remember when was the last time you said something nice. Or some people cannot remember when was the last time you praised someone. Do it every day one. Then you very kila already every day 2. Then you very kila every day 4. Exponential lah. You stop somewhere lah. Until it's spontaneous. Until your mind shifts and all you can see are the goodness and kindness of another. When that happens, 你大功告成了. Meaning you have accomplished. Your life will be so much happier. Because when you start looking for the goodness in others, you become very grateful that you are sitting with kindness and goodness. If you spend your life looking for something to comment about others, then die. Because then all you see, I don't know, the not so palatable side of life. Okay?
We have four questions here. Number 1, did the Buddha ever scold anyone when teaching?
You know, I know that many people who have read Sutta will say, hey, Buddha said this and Buddha said that, and use words like that. Okay, the difference is this. For many of us, when the words pop out of our mouth, when words that are not nice that pops out of our mouth, actually those words are a reflection of our anger and loss of control. Then some people will say, no, when I scold people, I'm very controlled. That is worse. If you deliberately scold with the intent to cause pain and hurt, congratulations, your karma kena already. You stain the mind. You have stained the mind. But for those of you who couldn't control the words because the feelings are so intense and then the words pop out, not so bad lah. Just control your anger, the words won't come out next time. Just dissipate your anger. Then the words won't come out so badly. But for all of us, it's just one of these two. 1, deliberate with cruelty. 2, not deliberate, prompted by Veyapada. So you remember the Eightfold Path, right? For the Eightfold Path, number 2, right thought. Nekkhamma, Aveyapada, avihimsa. Nekkhamma, renunciation. Aveyapada, no ill will. Avihimsa, no cruelty. Right? So, if you in regular life did not hold on to your anger, so nekkhamma, nothing happens. No bad words come out. But you held on to your anger and you got agitated, that is when you have ill will, right? The words came out. You held on to your anger, you have ill will, and now you intend to hit back. That's when you have cruelty. The words carry cruelty. And when it comes to cruelty, sometimes you are so clear-minded because you're cruel. You just want to hurt people. Buddha, when he used words that reprimand, it was always with the intention to dispel wrong view. Wrong view. Always. It's never, I don't approve of your behavior. It's, I don't approve of this wrong view. And the words he used had to be strong because you already came out with the wrong view. I gentle tell you, cannot. You going to listen? But it has to be very strong. That is silly. Very strong words to register. So that's point one. He is now fighting against human negative tide. It has to be strong. And even then, the words are not very strong. Not our kind of blah, 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 blah kind of strong, blah, 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 blah kind of strong. It's all within control. This is silly. This is wrong view. It is silly. Since when you heard me say it like this? This is how he said it. Okay, maybe it will be in Pali, in a different, not Pali, in a Magadhi, in a different language, and maybe very loud, because Buddha has a very loud voice. I need the mic, he wouldn't need. Okay? And so that's one. Or the time when something can cause massive a break, meaning it can shake the Dhamma. So in the case of Devadatta, very strong words came out. Because if it didn't come out like this, the whole place was split. And even when it came out strong, it split. They have to go and repair damage. So there's a lot of things that it is not for us to judge what he said with our human lens. Our human lens is stained by our limitations. So whatever that he did, you can be sure it is with the intent of protecting the Dhamma, or with the intent or protecting the individual. Because when you don't protect this individual in this life, do you know how many lives he's going to carry that? We all believe that we don't die with this life, right? That there is life force continuum. You carry a wrong view in this life. What's to stop that from arising in future lives? Think of it like the ripple effects. You hear and it flows and hit other objects, and we are all not living alone. Our views get bounced off other people. So we go around with a wrong view, we can damage an entire generation of people if we are very loud. And in this time and age with the internet, you can damage people in Africa. It goes all over the place. That is how scary things are. Ideas are even more infectious than COVID. And more deadly than COVID. Because COVID will kill you one life. Ideas can damage you for lives. Can you now understand why he had to do certain things? Okay?
Yes, more questions coming in. In life...
Hey, we might put a stop somewhere.
Yeah, okay. I will read only the first few.
Okay. From this point onwards, we don't accept any more questions.
Yeah, okay. In life, some bad moments happen. How do we overcome that and handle difficult situations? In life, some bad moments happen. How do we overcome this and handle the difficult situations in life?
Number one, bad. Redefine bad. Number one, whatever happens, happens. Don't use judging word good, bad. Happens. Your diagnosis happens. You have bad news. Something happened to individual. Hear it as this happens. Don't call it good, bad. It happens. But the moment you call it good or bad, deep inside there is aversion or joy, pleasure. If you use neutral words, use words as neutral as possible, then you will just see it as an event, an unexpected event. You didn't expect it, it happened. Secondly, take a moment. You did 3 deep breaths, right? Take a moment, take one step back. Don't think of the issue, breathe first. You will need fortitude of mind. Whatever that issue is, you will need to be able to tackle it. Tackle it step by step. Don't think of end game. Whatever that you think of now, whatever that you think of is mind-made. Nobody knows what's going to happen downstream. Whatever that happens, whatever that you think of is mind-made. Not terribly useful, because mind-made though they may be, your mind very tiawei. You are scaring yourself. You can tell yourself, I won't think too much. I will tackle step 1, step 2, step 3, one at a time. Then you see they're being very logical. You're harnessing the logic part of you so that you don't scare yourself with your amygdala, the more primitive part of you. That's all. Then, as you tackle whatever issue, also keep telling yourself, use neutral word, because the story unfolds. And some days you will forget, and you will use scary words, words that frighten yourself, not useful. You can tell yourself, productive, productive, productive. That's why the Buddha taught essential from non-essential. Use neutral, more productive words that is helpful for you solving the problem. Or riding the issue, riding. So riding it in such a way that you don't give in to akusala, you don't give in to pain. It will come. When it happens, look at it, take 3 deep breaths, wait for the moment to pass, go back and tackle it. Step by step. Don't presume the steps. Many a times, the pain is from our own thinking. In fact, most of the time, it is from our own thinking. So and so is dying. Okay. But if you think of the death, think of the fellow no more already, then then very painful. But they're all mind-made. Hasn't even reached there yet. Okay? Okay.
Thank you, Sis Sylvia. If taking refuge in the triple gem means ultimately taking refuge in one's own self, having fortified oneself in the Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, are there moments when one is totally helpless? Example...
Wait, stop there first. The first part is wrong. Taking refuge in Buddha, Dharma, Sangha is taking refuge in the quality, not in yourself. Taking refuge in the qualities of the Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, the qualities. So be very clear what are the qualities, and you are saying, I'm embracing these qualities. It is only after those qualities are part of you, then it's refuge in yourself. Okay? Continue.
So what happens if there are moments when one is totally helpless? Example, when one is disturbed by unseen or supernatural forces. Where and who does one seek refuge then? You know,
if you have fortified your mind with the Dhamma, the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, you will not be disturbed by unseen forces. Why? Because they're also scared of you. You have the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha as part of your mental strength. Actually, the human mind strength is very powerful, by the way. If, let's say, you say, which is actually true, because if you are scared, if you are frightened, why are you frightened? Often you're frightened by your own thoughts. Often you're frightened by your own thoughts, meaning the more you think, what if this face appear before me? What if this guy go, woo? Something like that. It's you yourself being frightened by your own thoughts. But if you sit quietly and you go, I'm just watching this breathing. I have faith that with my understanding, I can keep the mind even keel. At that point, nothing can scare you. Nothing can affect you. So the world tends to be frightened by itself. If for whatever reason that you feel that there is a haunting for you, and the more you think about it, the more your fear arises, then you have opened that door to let others in. Give you an example. Think of it like this. Suppose, let's say, you live in a land that is unstable, okay? And there's a lot of problems happening around your neighborhood. If you fortify your property with thick, impenetrable metal grill and maybe electric fence and razor sharp wire, who's going to bother to go and scale your wall? Who will be bothered? Or if, let's say there's invasion already, but you carry a big stick all ready to fought off the invaders. They see your stick, they also don't kind of kacau you lor. Why waste time? Next door got no stick, better ma. Make it hard for others to attack you. Now, in Buddhist practice, we make it hard by fortifying the mind with goodness, kindness. Kindness, goodness. The person has to be super high-end, ultra evil to attack someone that the world recognizes as a decent guy. Do you understand what I'm saying? If you are like national average, just a little bit better because you try, just a little bit better, then you are as vulnerable as others. But when problems happen, you can tackle it a little bit better. But if you are fortified, you are really good, kind, strong, friendly, caring, giving, blah, 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 the whole list, the whole thesaurus of goodness and kindness, right? You think the world wants to take advantage of you? They also feel bad. Then you say, will they feel bad? The moment you ask this question tells me you're not, lor. The kind of questions that you ask actually reflects the sort of person that you currently are. If you ask skeptical questions, it means that you might have had pain before, and your takeaway from that pain is goodness doesn't pay. Whereas, if you're not very happily that, yes, goodness pays, I can see it, right? Then you have already applied it. The missing part is your faith. Faith in goodness. Faith in kindness. Faith is very powerful. Okay? So, in answer directly to that question about what happened, okay, let's change it a bit. Let's say you are really desperate, really fearful. You can recall the Dharma is even more powerful. I have one life, this life that I know of, it will end, it must end. It will end. I will end with my mind focused on the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. If it must end, I will end it like this. When you are able to say that, at that moment, you have no fear. Nothing will be able to penetrate. If you can say that. You take 3 deep breaths, focus your mind on kindness, compassion. Just focus the mental energy there. That in itself creates a protective layer around you. Just so that people can feel a little bit more assured instead of some science-focused thing. They want something more traditional. I'll tell you one thing. Let's talk about Dewa. Dewa. We all believe in Dewa, right? If you believe in rebirth, you must believe that some will reborn better, some will reborn worse. So Devas are the ones who are reborn better, okay, higher. And there are the terrestrial one, and there's the celestial one, the high one and the one on the land, okay? If you are a very good, very kind person, typically you never harm people, typically your words don't hurt people, typically you are sharing and caring. One of those, okay? In the moment of panic, if you say, if all the good that I have done can protect me, please help. Basically what you do is SOS Dewa. What you're doing is SOS Dewa. Now, then you say, will they come? You see whether you're national average good or not lah. Or above national average good lah. Why? Why so? Suppose, let's say you're a rich person. You're very rich. Okay, you're very powerful. You're very rich. Then you see for yourself someone not nice. Next time this guy can ask you for a favor, would you help? He's not nice. He bullies other people. Now he comes to you and asks, sir, can you help me? Are you going to be very helpful? Yes or no? No lah. You so mean now, you got problem, ask me come help. But let's say you see for yourself, this is really a very nice person. He's very kind. He's being bullied now. Will you help? Yes. You think Dewa is what? Dewa bigger than millionaire. You ask them for help, they must want to help you, lor. Then you are above national average, good, kind. You are always coming to a Buddhist center to help, to serve. Then people pass on, family needs comforting. You go down and you help. Now you need help. If my kindness and goodness have touched anyone, please help. You think someone will come? Your SOS Dewa got power lah. But you have never done a shred of good in your entire life. Then you're not happy, you scold the person. Then you, in my kindness and goodness, upstairs, you're so funny. They'll be laughing at you, lor. In my kindness and goodness, see me kindness and goodness. Does the fellow even know the word? People not very impressed. Or the line doesn't get through, lor. No power, cannot get through. So you ask for magic, I'll tell you magic lah. That is why, for people who have really been good people, they get into trouble, you see, the help come. The help will come. Don't know how, but it comes. Okay? Don't think too much. Come, you just accept the help, lor. Be gracious about it. Okay?
Thank you for the Dharma talk. You translated Sugato as well-gone one or a fortunate one. Upon parinibbana, the Buddha has gone forever. Wonder what is your view about the energy of the Buddha? Isn't his teaching still present around us?
Huh? Sorry? His teaching is around us for sure. See the Buddha, see the Dharma. So see the Dharma, Buddha essence is still here.
Next, last two questions. What is the deeper meaning of gratification after going to the Triple Gem for refuge?
Sorry?
What is the deeper meaning and gratification after going to the Triple Gem for refuge?
Power of the faith. We don't realize, you see, many words have very powerful meaning, but because we never really experience the word properly, we don't realize they are very powerful. Powerful in the sense that they energize the mind, they energize, gives you a lot of energy. It gives you confidence and conviction. It lifts your spirit. It makes you happy and joyous. So one such word which has somewhat been shortchanged, especially in our Theravadian context, is the word saddha, faith. Saddha, faith, has a not great reputation. I know people will complain about why I use the word faith, because it just is. The more this faith sits on understanding and wisdom. So the more you understand, the stronger your faith. If you have very, very deep appreciation of the meaning of Dharma, and it's become so much a part of your life, then the faith you have there is a very powerful energy. It's joyous, it's uplifting, it is energetic, it surges. It's that level of power. Someone carrying that kind of faith is frightened by nothing. Snake, may you be well and happy. Cockroach, may you be well and happy. I don't say ghosts because I don't see them. Ghosts, may you be well and happy. It's very powerful. Nothing frightens you. Okay?
Thank you. Last question. Which comes first, wrong intention or wrong view due to bad emotions?
Wrong view comes first. View, this word DT. DT is your baseline, the said and unsaid part of your life. Said and unsaid. Maybe we'll have another talk on DT. You see, you sit there or lie there thinking that something like view must be consciously pulled out. But no, view is think of it like your database, your baseline database. If your operating system is iOS, it cannot be Android. Agree? So DT is actually the operating system, your cognitive operating system. The assumptions you have, the biases that it's become so much intrinsic of you. It is this constant piling of learning, views, your own takeaway, stem from it. Over time, it builds into instincts. So this view, this thing that we call view, DT, it's almost like cognitive instincts. Okay? For instance, you are all born in a Western type modern city, right? Or at least you have lived many years in a modern city, Singapore. So in your cognitive baseline, space is small, it is high intensity, everybody must learn to live with everyone else, we have our give and take, blah, 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 blah. Now you tell me, if you were born in the desert area, living in a small, isolated community, would your view be very different? You can imagine it's going to be so different, right? They asked you to explain view. Which comes first? View or intention, right? Thought. You tell me which one comes first. Has to be your DT, ma? Because it's your baseline, the lens through which you see the world. And in our Dharma practice, the first lens you have to change is that baseline. It has to be changed in a certain way. And as I said, you come for DFC too, I'll tell you how. Okay, go on. Anyway, that's it. Thank you very much. Now, this is a Q&A. My final couple of slides, a few slides. This is a reminder to all of us that we must be grateful for what we have in life. We must be very grateful because in the gratitude, we will do things. If we don't have this gratitude, it actually is a reflection that the mind has a lot of desires. The more gratitude that you have, the more you are able to accept life as is. Okay? So it's a reminder that for all the blessings that we have, we must give back. So I strongly encourage everyone to take time off to give back, whether in service, in caring for your family, or in direct donation to the building fund of BF. I laugh at this because I actually find it very cute that we are so fortunate in our lifetime. There is a big center here that wants to build a space for Dharma learning. So it is our little chance to give back, okay? And never take things for granted because you really never know downstream rebirths where conditions take us. So we hope that we will always come back to the Dhamma, to the point that we ourselves realize full enlightenment. We hope we will always come back. We hope we will never wander off. Okay? And may I invite everyone to help share merits, because I do know that many of us here and hopefully online, we're all happy in this after this talk. Please bring your attention to the sharing of merits with three manusa, humans, three people who have passed on from this life. To Mr. Wang Keng Hong, father of a participant with DFC, with Mr. Tuan Xiaoling. I think our sister is online. Online? Yes. Please share with Mr. Tuan Xiaoling and with Madam Sis Sylvia. She, right? She Xiu. Yes. Also the family, it's online. I would invite all of you, just close your eyes. Just close your eyes. You saw all three pictures. Invite them here to partake in the merits that's being generated in this room and across the cyberwave. May all of them be well and happy. May they be happily reborn in the better realm, and may they continue in the Dharma journey. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
In Anjali, let us all invite all sentient beings to participate in our acquired merits. Etawata cha amhehi sambatang punya sampadang sabbe dewa anumodantu sabba sampati siddhya. Etawata cha amhehi sambatam punya sampadang sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampati siddhya. Etawata cha amhehi sambatam punya sampadang sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampati siddhya. Let us dedicate the merits of participating in wholesome Dharma activity to our departed relatives and friends. Idang me nyatinang hotu sukita hontu nyatayo. Idang me nyatinang hotu sukita hontu nyatayo. Idang me nyatinang hotu sukita hontu nyatayo. End of service dedication. I dedicate the marriage which I've accumulated to the cultivation of my mind in order to bring happiness and benefits to all sentient beings. I dedicate the marriage to my parents, children, spouse, relatives, friends, colleagues, and my adversaries, wishing them long life, good health, happiness, and prosperity. May we never part from the triple gem, and may we always walk the path towards enlightenment. Let us all pay respect to the triple gem. Arahang sama sambuddho bhagava buddhang bhagavantang abhivademi. Swakato bhagavata dhammo dhammang namasami. Supatipanno bhagavato sāvaka sangho sanghang namami. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.